Alright, so listen, why am I even wearing these? Did you like that? You want me to do it again for you? Guys, like, don't get too rowdy over there when I take off my glasses. I'm moving in slow-mo when I could just edit it in slow-mo. Hi, I'm Emmy. Woo! I am the creator of the Slim on Starch program, where my clients lose anywhere from the last few pounds to up to 70 pounds and counting. So if you are interested in working with myself in a team of a nutrition coach and a mindset coach who by practice are registered dietitians and therapists, then click the link in the down bar, and also make sure that you hit subscribe, turn on the notification bell so that you can be notified every time the freshest news is coming out on plant-based weight loss. And sometimes, if you're lucky, I'll pop these guys on. Watch out, guys, I'm gonna take them off again. Okay, so when I move into my new home, I want to be as low waist as possible. So enter low waist Emmy. This is my new obsession. Marijuana. No, this is green tea, and it's loose leaf tea. And if you look at my trash can, it's literally, well, the old me. If you look at the old me's trash can, it's literally tea bags, and that's pretty much it. And so I was producing so much waste, and so I said, why don't I just get the loose leaf? So now I have the loose leaf tea, and I'm gonna make myself up a cup of this. Yeah, that's good. And while we're at it, I'm gonna make some oatmeal. Let's do it. Alright, honeys, this is my first time filming in front of this setup with my new camera. So, how's it look? Alright, so I wanted to sit down and talk about why you might not be losing weight on a whole foods plant-based diet. Mistake number one is that you are not reading the ingredients list on what you are eating. For example, I always say that rice is a great staple, and one of my clients posted in our Slim on Starch private Facebook group and said, what do you guys think about this rice? Is this good? And the first ingredient in the rice was coconut milk, and coconut milk is super high in fat. It made the entire rice was very high in fat, very high in calories, very high in saturated fat too, which is not great. And the reason why this wasn't a great option was because on the surface it's just rice, but when you look at the ingredients, there was coconut milk in there was oil in there was salt in there was all this other junk in there. And the fact of the matter is that the food that you're eating shouldn't even have an ingredients list. The only time I can think of when there would be an ingredients list is, when you get oatmeal, it'll say like ingredients, oats. They're the whole grains that have the ingredients. Or when you buy beans, it'll say ingredients, beans, water. So that's even something where you need to be careful. If you get canned corn, sometimes they add sugar into there. So just making sure that you're turning over and actually look at the ingredients list and making sure that there's only one thing on the ingredients list, which is the food itself. This leads me into the second mistake, which is eating food from packages. The only thing that you should be eating that comes from a package are those whole grains, are the rice and the oats and the quinoa. And the other thing that I can think of is getting like canned fruits or canned veggies or canned legumes. Those are really the only instances where you eat something that's from a package. If you're getting the canned fruit or the canned veg, make sure that they're not adding in sugar or anything along those lines. But that's the only time really where I see that it's appropriate to eat things that actually come from packages. Otherwise, all your food should be coming from the produce section. It should be real whole food that doesn't need an ingredients list. Mistake number 3 that I see is neglecting your hunger and your fullness cues. A lot of people are misled in the whole foods plant-based community to believe that you can eat as much as you want to the point of eating more than you need. Now, you can eat as much as your body needs. There's no need to count calories or to eat small portions. That really is the case. But I see people abuse this right to the point where they're eating past their fullness cues and they're just eating because they can, and neglecting the hunger and the fullness, which usually is the backlash of years and years of restrictive crash dieting and the yo-yo dieting. So after all these years of dieting, they get onto this lifestyle and they're like, this is amazing. I don't need to be crazy with my calories anymore. I can eat as much as I want. And they just treat every day like it's Thanksgiving. I see this a lot, and I talk to so many people that struggle with this. And this is why, in the Slim on Starch program, we have Hunger and Fullness 101, because we want you to get back in tune with your hunger and fullness cues, because it doesn't matter what you're eating. If you're still binge eating on fruits and vegetables, you're going to have trouble with your weight, and you could even gain weight in those scenarios. It doesn't matter what the substance is, it's the behavior and the intention behind it. So I've seen people that are binge eating on salads, that are binge eating vegetables, binge eating oatmeal, mangoes. I see it all the time. And this is why we have this entire module in Slim on Starch that's relearning your hunger and your fullness cues, because getting the food right is the first thing that you have to do, but you really have to hone in on those hunger and fullness cues as well in order to be successful. And then the fourth issue that I see is not building your plate correctly. So I'll see people that are eating a tremendously healthy diet. They're eating starches, vegetables, fruits, legumes, they're eating oatmeal, they're eating beans, they're eating fruit, they're eating all this amazing stuff, and they're not letting anything else sneak in. They're not eating any processed foods. They're not having any oil or any of the vegan junk food. They're truly not. But they're not building their plate correctly. And this will cause them to eat more food than they need to, because they're not getting the right proportions of each of those food groups in order to feel satisfied, satiated, and get exactly as much as their body needs in order to lose that weight. So, I see people that are eating so much fruit and oatmeal, and they're doing a tremendous job with eating a wonderfully healthy diet, but they're lacking the right proportions from all of those other categories. Whether it be getting enough of the legumes and getting enough of the vegetables and getting enough of the fruit and whatever it is, getting enough of the starch in. That is where they're misaligned, which is causing them to eat more than they actually need, and in some cases to eat and not feel satisfied until they learn how to build their plate correctly so that they can be satisfied and be able to lose that weight. Now, I just got a brand new box of Hawaiian sweet potatoes, so I think we both know what's about to happen. That is it for today's video. So if you want more videos like these where I'm showing you some meals, then leave a comment below. And if you don't, bye-bye. No, I'm just kidding. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video.